Still need to find Naralex here. Well, here you go. And that should be game over instantly. Instant game over, bro. Welcome to Hearthstone. Should be more than enough. Should be still more than enough zone. Boom. Well, this deck is, you know, it feels too incredible to be true. Feels too incredible to be true, bro. This deck is just kind of something else. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new edition of a Zarimi Priest. The deck is pretty straightforward. I think a lot of you guys actually saw something like this on the ladder. Because basically you have a really strong setup with all of the dragons going on for you, especially when the Lizard Green Wing was actually added to, like, you know, to the meta overall, introduced with new expansion. It's this is kind of like a card that helps you out to summon a lot of dragons so far. Like, considering that you kind of like shuffle those dragons that are summoned as soon as you draw them, so you don't really have to spend like extra mana. All you need is just like a 4 mana 4/5 on the board that is kind of like a strong one by itself. You still have like a lot of like draws going on for you, especially like this card, specifically a price vendor was added. And when you play against control decks, you might even burn cards with this one. Not even like talking about like the fact that you like scroll through the deck a little faster with this card. So the strong setup for an early game with all of those like sheep, Chirurgeon, like Giftwrapped Whelp, all of the good stuff, like with a Petal Peddler that was added in the new expansion. And this is kind of like what helps you out to, like, you know, to get to like turn 5s and further. After that, like, you have all of those illusory green wings like going on for you. You summon like a lot of towns. You still have like an Engine of Europe for kind of like survivability, plus to draw even more cards. You still have like another really cool card added in a new expansion, which is a Tormented Dreadwing. And all of that is coupled with a really cool combo of a Naralex going out with an Ysera and a Briarspawn Drake and a Zarimi, right? So if you summon like a good enough dragons so far, you just go with a Naralex, you play out an Ysera for 1, you gain some extra mana crystals, and for those mana crystals you can do a couple of Briarspawn Drakes that actually hit an opponent hard like as soon as you play them, like at the end of the turn, obviously, if they have something on the board. And you play obviously Zarimi, and at that point, like, you have a couple of 12 damage minions on the board, even if they didn't, like, you know, hit anything at that point. You still have like a Zarimi on the board, you still have a Naralex on the board, so it's kind of like more than 30 damage just from this combo, and Ysera obviously, right? So about like 40 damage just from this combo, and if this actually hits something at the end of the turn, it's much more. So, like, you know, this deck is being on ladder like for quite a while, and it kind of like, you know, an ODK deck that people have to deal with. Like, we have to specifically add like all of those dirty rats, not because like those dirty rats actually win a lot against like other decks, but specifically because you want to ruin their ODK combo, right? Before there was only like one deck, which is kind of like a mage with Colossuses, right, where you wanted to take out all of their Colossuses and like win the game out of it. This time we have a deck of a Zarimi Priest where you want to take out all of those Zarimi, like, and Naralex and all of those cool cards. But it's kind of like, considering like how many minions the opponent will have in their hand, it's kind of like really hard for you to, you know, to snipe out all of those like key cards, because you kind of like want to take out only a couple, which is specifically a Zarimi and Naralex, right? And you want to, like, you know, to actually clear them off. But even if you take out Briarspawn Drake, it's kind of like a huge minion. It might be a strat for you instantly if you don't really have board clear. And sometimes, as I said, like, this deck is kind of like, you know, feels pretty well, because you can, like, you know, go out on turn 8, Naralex, Ysera, gain 3 mana crystals, and after that you go like with a Briarspawn Drake, and a Zarimi, and that's about it. Like, you can kill an opponent as soon as turn 8 if you high roll, like, you know, with all of those like small minions, and then have a setup for Zarimi. And killing as early as turn 8 is kind of like a big deal, because a lot of decks might not be like ready for it, like as soon as turn 8. And sometimes it might be actually really fast against some decks, right? So this deck was going on so far, like, you know, pretty well. You have like some interesting cards, a lot of new cards were added in like this specific archetype of a Zarimi Priest that was ran before, like with some other like much you know, much weaker cards overall. But as it is for now, if you didn't sub yet, make sure to do so. Make an old man happy right there. Check the join button. Maybe you'll want to thank a streamer with a coin, right? Any coin helps. Check out that setting. But for now, let's jump right in. So our worst matchups are kind of like a Paladin and a Hunter, right? Everything else is kind of like more than 50%, so we're like kind of like feeling fine here. What I want, Birdwatching, well, not really that much, though. I kind of want a Birdwatching when we're setting up the combo, right? Well, this is kind of fine. Well, it depends on what kind of like, what kind of Death Knight that is. If that is a hand buff, and you know, he might actually execute the combo a little faster. He might actually execute a combo still like turn 7 or something, to apply like a lot of pressure so for him. But we'll see, Okay, those are some kind of like unfortunate drops for us. Oh, that is a dragon, so we'll probably clear on turn 3 whatever he plays out. Morbid Swarm. Morbid Swarm tells me it's something like a hand buff or maybe a Starship, and like, you know, things like this. Another really bad like draw for us. Okay. Draghound. Draghound. That might be a menagerie. As soon as I see a Draghound here, might be a menagerie though. Don't really want to throw a fly the shelves this easy. We're kind of like full HP and we're fine. Let's go with a 4-drop here, after that a 5-drop, and like we'll see what happens. It's not like a huge threat for us right now. Not like a huge threat, but he might go with a Menagerie Jack right now, because that's a Draenei, Pirate, and a Beast. He doesn't have one, okay. That's pretty good. Menagerie Jack would be like really strong. The citadel stands strong. Another Chillin Vol'jin, okay. Still not convinced what kind of like deck that is, but the fact that he destroys a town tells us that you know, we are kind of like fine here right now. Let's go with a 5/5 here. And hope it kind of like, you know, gets destroyed. If he has a Menagerie Jack now, he'll probably like have a 5/5 here on the Draenei, and this way we can actually like destroy the dragon here. I guess he trades. With those two minions into the dragon so far. And Liches will finish that off, so we'll draw a lot of dragons. Hero package for turn 7, which is nice. Maybe he'll have like a lot of small minions. Okay, well that's... Why would you... I would do trade like this, not sure. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's even better zone. That's even better zone. I don't really want to, like, you know, clear that off, so let's set up some good stuff. Maybe I will even heal. Oh, this is kind of like a little better. That's kind of like a little better. Let's just summon as many dragons as possible, not to waste mana after, right? Still need to find his Zarimi. Oh, so that is a Mr. Hand buff, actually. Mr. Hand buff. Interesting. Well, we need to find our combo as fast as possible here. He got a lot of corpses so far. Here's Spinel, okay? Here's a Spinel. We're probably playing a 5 cost anyway. There's a Zarimi for us. I think we'll pass here. I think we'll pass because I don't really want to pop a puppeteer to die. Okay. We can actually destroy those two minions. And even that one. For him to burn a card, and after that we can do a package. But all, you know, I don't really like the idea that, oh, we are killing a lot of Puppeteers here. But we need those two dragons dead, like, you know. We can actually, what if we give this house? It's kind of like a really good idea, so. Okay, let's do that. Let's do a package thing. We are overdrawn. We are overdrawn. What about that? Forgot to track that stuff. Forgot to track that stuff. Oh, that's a Quiller, okay. At least we were burned like not something significant there. Messed up a little. I can't dance any faster. I can't dance any faster. Not a draw. Well, for now, we kind of like need Naralex and that's it. I haven't played in a while. What is Drank Paladin? Drank Paladin is kind of like a meta-turning stuff right there, bro. Drank Paladin is crazy right there. It's kind of like a top 1 tier deck so far. Because you can summon like an 8/8 and a full board of 5/5s on turn 5 as soon as turn 5, bro. A full board of 5/5s and an 8/8. How about that? That sounds strong, right? Sounds strong. I kind of want to take a 6/6 out, like, you know, maybe a 9/8. Maybe a 9/8. 9/8 is fine. Let's do something like this. 9/8 is good to go. Let's see what we get with a Naralex. Nope. Was 3 attack and 1. Okay, let's go. A recurring dream. That's pretty sweet. Okay, that was pretty sweet. So yeah, Drawing Paladin is kind of like a huge thing right now on a ladder, bro. He has only 1 Darkstone Quiller, right? It's probably buffed, like, don't get me wrong. And he might also have a Poison Breath to clear everything out. The only, like, as I said, like, the only cards that we're missing is kind of like a Naralex here. Because we have a full combo right now. We need to find it. Like, Birdwatching is actually our way to find it. But unfortunately, like, we don't really have a huge chance to actually draw that. As unfortunate as this. We have a board clear at least. But it's not like huge enough because he has a lot of buffs. It's 25 damage, by the way. Maybe Zarimi might just like do the trick by itself. Like, it depends on what he plays out. There's a poison breath on this thingy, so he doesn't have a filter. Okay. Okay. Well, he reduces damage drastically there. And goes with a shambling zombie tank. Okay. How many dragons do we have? 5, right? So it's 6 damage each. Oh my. That's a full board clear, right? Well, we kind of like have to do this. We kind of like have to do this. Let's summon some and let's hope for a Naralex to set up the next hit. And we got it, right? Okay. So it's in our hand right now, but we kind of like still, you know, still have a problem, you know? Still have a problem, though. Because he might have huge towns like this, right? Huge towns like this. We're kind of like playing for too long with them, unfortunately. Because now all of a sudden there are like huge minions that we have like 0 ways to deal with. We have a Zarimi obviously activated, and like we have to go out just to clear, you know? That's how unfortunate it is. Like, do we go for it anyway? I kinda feel like we have to. Kinda feel like we have to, but that's, you know... Let's hope we hit a 1-1 with a Briarspawn.
Go forth on Let's give you some extra time.
Let's give it some extra time, bro. How much damage do we have? 7-9. Boom, boom, boom. Let's kill Replica, not that great. There's this one.
A recurring dream.
Really?
What pretty petals!
Let's see where it lands. Let's see where it lands. And let's hope for a no hit in a 14th turn. As unfortunate as it is, okay. It's still like kind of fine though. Only Giftwrapped Whelp from this one, right? So we do this for now. Can we trade like without actually trading 12-6 here? Not actually trading a place. Yeah, 9-13 here only. That's kind of weak though. I guess we're forced to do this.
My duty fulfilled.
I don't really like. Well, we kind of like can trade in Naralex here. Do that for now. To draw at least. You cannot even kill the last one, right?
Take your time.
Take your time, bro. This is this for now. Just to, like, you know, to reduce the damage here. Let's leave the tone. Okay, well, we're kind of like over, right? Don't believe like we have a steam enough for us to deal with that stuff. Like, unfortunately, we played the game for too long against like a guy with another like combo deck, right? He was able to set up the full combo, like considering like what he had there, and we just like didn't draw in our luck like early enough for us to finish that point. Like one turn earlier would actually mean that he would not have a gazillion towns on the board, and we don't like really have a board clear, unfortunately. we had to spend those board clears just to, like, you know, survive a little, to, like, you know, to finish off all of those, like, small minions, and before we actually draw an Naralex here. Maybe our, like, you know, maybe our good turn there was to try to, you know, avoid a lethal, not spend Fly of the Shelves, try to avoid a lethal on a turn where he summons Shambling Zombie tanks, try to kind of like trade off and stuff. Not sure. Maybe that was the case.
Job done.
Well, I kind of want the dragons out, but, like, you know, Prize Bender is kind of like cool. Let's probably set up a Petal Peddler or something. That's the second one next turn. Maybe, like, we'll draw something else. Some kind of like 1-drop dragons. Maybe a 4-drop dragon would be nice for us. 9 new heights, okay. So that's pretty fine. That's a good stuff. That's some good stuff. Use this for now. Another dragon, let's go. Kind of like a synergy, right? Price Finder will probably go out next turn. Yamato, oh my. Yamato is oh mine. I guess this is kind of like better. Like, I would really love a Naralex here. Like, we don't really have too many ways to actually draw a Naralex. But this can be game winning, right? By itself. Because a Naralex still needs like a combo. Like, we don't really have a setup for Zarimi Priest, like, you know, Zarimi, and we don't really have like a lot of dragons going on. We just like have half of the whole combo here. We still have to go with the Zarimi, unfortunately.
Find me in the
We'll go with this now for now. We should probably train. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Okay, don't kill something for them. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Draw here. Chirurgeon, let's go. That's a pretty good turn. Yeah, that's a pretty good turn. So we have most of the combo, but we're kind of like, you know, killing it on the board. Cut 20 damage so far. Here's a blow, okay. And that was his top deck, he didn't like have it. Could just die there, like plainly die. Because of like what we have. Couldn't cause a chance, okay. Pretty sweet. Nice.
A recurring dream. Starting the operation.
Giftwrapped Whelp, and a Zarimi, okay. Let's go. Kind of like, not really like a really like strongest turn of mine, strongest turns of mine, but it's fine. Well, we have a board clear for this, but I'm not sure it's like really good. The illusion is nice. The package is kind of fine. Well, it can do some damage. We need one more dragon, right, for Zarimi? If only. We cannot like play Ysera plainly there. Chill Poland. Well, maybe Chill Poland is fine. I kind of think that is. Well, he might have like a huge Ziliax next to him. He might have a huge zone. I don't really believe a Chill Poland is actually good here. Let's just like clear the board. Attack a phase here and like, you know, be good with it. Next turn is probably like an Ysera for us. Just to gain some like, you know, some mana crystals and like, you know, feel good about ourselves. Plus we will set up a Zarimi and we hope for Naralex obviously because like, we want to spawn like both of the drakes. But we might just like kill him anyway. Who knows, right? Destroys a couple here. Oh, he clears out the whole board though. Okay. Oh, we have our package, but it's not like really great. Maybe we still have to do it, like still need to need our package. Like we need to play a dragon, unfortunately. We need to. Maybe we should just like play there. It's not a town, by the way. Maybe we should just like play there here. Set up a Zarimi and like see what happens, right? Maybe a Naralex will come into our hand at some point. Bottom 10 cards.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Okay. Because I don't believe like this kind of board is like good for repackage. Like he might have a Zill or something. It's much better for us to repackage after. Okay, what I talked about right now, right? It's 28 HP right now for him. 28 HP. So I guess we have to like go for a repackage, right? A couple of dragons here. It's not too bad. Repackage, repackage. Feels nice, right? Feels nice. The repackage. And let's throw a couple. Let's hope the repackage will be like the last card of his deck zone. Let's hope so. $13 damage here, Zarimi. Hydration for a ham. Okay, that's nice. Minus the lizard and try to kill a Naralex here. Try to. Still need to find Naralex here. Well, here you go. And that should be a game over instantly. Instant game over, bro. Welcome to Hearthstone. Boom, boom, boom. Mr. Tesla. How you doing out there? Pretty sweet so far. Give me a second, my kitty wants in like badly then. Another warrior, okay. Will be fine. The previous warrior kind of like, you know, kind of like had a huge problems for him. Yeah, he's there. Would be better if I left like a 5-5. I was actually considering like leaving in. It's kind of like a draw for us, right?
Starting the operation.
Let's go. Let's hope for him not to have a concussive shots, and he doesn't. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Okay, let's help a bro out. It's like, you know, draw cards. Oh, Giftwrapped Whelp, how convenient. New hatch, okay. Well, in such a case, let's get a little aggressive here. It's kind of like a huge board. Well, if he has Brawl, maybe he will be fine. Like, the last one actually top decked a Brawl against us, right? So maybe this one like has it in his hand. Would be good. We can do a Chill Vol'jin right now, just like to get aggressive. But I'm not sure like we're winning. Like a one Brawl just like solves things out. Can draw here. Like, do we want to go? It's a 4/5. It's kind of like strong. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Even if he clears, we're fine here. But if he doesn't, like, it's a lot of damage. And it's 16 damage right now. If he has a Brawl, he has to go for it, and he understands that clearly. Okay. Please we'll shuffle a couple of portals here and there and stuff, and we'll draw something. That's sweet. That's a turn 5 turn mentor, which is pretty decent. And the 4/5 Chirurgeon is still out there. It's kind of like messing his head here. And still a huge board for him. Still a huge one. It doesn't have like too many board clears, like, you know. It's kind of like options are limited. Please kill a 6/7 and draw me a couple of dragons. Thank you. Thank you. That's pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet, though.
Starting the operation.
Should probably draw a couple. That's strong. Let's go with something like this for now. That's fine. Let's do this. And let's ignore Yamato here. Here's a one. Something like Infiltrator or something, like a 5 drops that actually deals 2 damage to everything. Not sure it's that effective on this kind of board, but Brawl is fine. It's like his second one, right? Brawl is fine. Oh, he won that one. Interesting. That's a little unfortunate. We still have a lot of dragons in our deck, so we have to like go for it. Let's do that now. Still have a Drake, still have a Zarimi in our deck, Naralex is still out there. Still, like, you know, have to concentrate on just like drawing our win counts here. And hope for him not to like get a key cards early enough for him. And concept shells. So he wants to launch, really. Yeah, he wants to launch. That's a pretty good boy, you know, kills bows. It's a pretty big deal. Oh, it kills one and he high rolled, right? Okay. Pretty good to know. Oh, Zarimi is kind of like playable, but we still like lag a little. Still like lag a little here. Another Ancient of York, huh? Need our board clears, bro. 2 fly off the shelves and repackaging our like bottom 9 cards. We kind of need a board clear here. We have to be ready for Zill, for example. Because of shelves, right? I guess.
Let's make it count.
No, just a G-Mariner. Okay. Roll a 50-50 yet again, right? Bruh. Have to buy a lottery ticket here. Didn't even activate the stop board. Oh my god. I'm losing to that guy. Oh, well, that's better. That's, you know, that's much better. Awesome. Couple of illusions here right now. Because why not?
Job's done. A recurring dream.
That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet too.
A recurring dream.
That's good, that's good. Oh, Birdwatching into Naralex like by itself. 100%, right? Okay, that's pretty good.
Who could put a price?
But we don't really like have enough mana, right? Unfortunately. It's 9 mana. Oh, he actually tries to burn Naralex for us. Nice.
8 combatants.
Pretty good.
And I take the crown.
Good ideas, though, at least.
Hand is too full.
Mine's a Birdwatching, okay. So we don't really like have a full setup for Naralex right now, because we don't really have enough mana. Or do we? Well, we actually probably do, right? 8 mana with a Ysera. We still have like more than enough damage there, right?
Go forth.
Should be more than enough.
Job's done. Another card.
Should be still more than enough, though. Boom. Oh, it's pretty like pretty decent. Like he had his chance, right? He had his chance to like only one in this game just to burn an Naralex, like, you know, as crazy as it sounds, just because he added a Grifter for some weird reason into his deck. You know, that's pretty sweet. Had his chance, but I don't believe like you know, we could do any better, yeah, so far in this game, in this one. But the top deck of the repackage was actually extremely important. Well, like, you know, we had like what 3 board clears and 9 cards for our deck. We had to draw them eventually, though. But... And Naralex is kind of like on the bottom, what a 4. So yeah, Naralex bottom 4. About that. Demon Hunter is kind of like fine against us, right? Like, I mean, we are fine against a Demon Hunter as far as I saw, like, the win cons. Like, we're like struggling against Hunter and a Paladin, not a Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is kind of like fine for a 60% win rate. Oh, pretty sweet.
Starting the operation.
Pretty sweet. Tries to remove it. Interesting. Not like, you know, not like there's like a huge threat for him, but interesting that he decided to do that. Maybe we'll find a games where we actually high roll like crazy and find a full combo like turn as soon as turn 8. That would be interesting. That would be just awesome, I would say. We'll draw something, maybe we'll find something cheap. Nah, things happen. Yeah, fine. It scrolls through the deck a little, and at least, right? The loser green win is out there, so we're fine. Nice red card, bro. Like, why? Well, you have a red card spell, so that, now we 100% know that as a clean die, right? Because he wants to get like that 8 drop that deals 3 to everything while it's dormant, like on the board. Oh, we have pretty good turns. We have another red card. We have some board clears, which is awesome as well. Ball Hog, okay. So that's Hog Cleave Dive, right? As far as I remember. Hog Cleave Dive. Good to know. Okay. Getting out. Let's go for the Tormentor here. Let's hope to obviously draw some kind of like illusions and stuff. Not a Zarimi and Ysera. That's all I ask for. Don't draw a Zarimi and Ysera here. That's all it is.
They will never catch me.
Okay, that's my turn.
A recurring dream.
Birdwatching, Giftwrapped Whelp, nice, nice, nice. That's pretty good. Oh my, that is awesome. Son. That is awesome. Son. Ancient of Yore is extremely good. We need to put another one down. We just like have to, like, you know, Skullswords deck or L passes here. Well, he can kill a 5-3 at least, right? He doesn't have a way to actually attack our face here with a hero power. He's probably like having a really bad hand there. Okay, now we need to find like another Drake and Ysera, hopefully, right? For full setup. Drake and Ysera, hopefully for full setup. And Zarimi, right? And Zarimi. Another Ancient of Yore. And throw this away, right? Should be fine this way. Okay, well, we still have another illusion there. Like, we have to play all of those small ones, and we have to find Zarimi, unfortunately. We still have a repackage, that's good for us. He still has one Colleague Dive, and that's kind of like makes me sad, because he might have a, you know, a high roll of a Century of summoning 2/8/8 from his deck, like as soon as he Colleague Dives, and that is like, you know what, like 18 damage into our face, like with a spear, 19 with a hero power. Solid stuff. Hey there, how are you doing out there? Hope your day is great so far. Well, we will draw one, so we have to like spend some cards, unfortunately for us. How do we spend them? Like, we have to play this like 100%, this. But that's about it. Oh, we'll draw 2, so we're kind of fine for Birdwatching here. Okay. Ysera is here. Maybe a Tormentor is gonna look good. Still need to find a Zarimi and a Briarspawn. Maybe Illusion is good. Let's go with an Illusion, why not? Scale Replica, exactly what we needed here at this point of the game. Pretty sweet. All good, man, all good. I'm glad you joined. Legendary Inquisitor, okay. Traits, 8 damage into the face. Well, at least we have Fly of the Shells, right? So, kind of like fine. Okay. Kills the city.
Starting the operation.
Let's go. Still need to find a Zarimi here. Still need to find our full combo room. Another Inquisitor, okay. Well, that was actually, like, you know, that cost you a lot, though. You will deal, like, a lot of damage, like, obviously. But, Because that was a huge, like, you know, huge investment. 8 mana. Too much. In this economy, bro. Can do a scale plus a Birdwatching to kind of like, you know, empty our deck. After that, an illusion, like with a Birdwatching. Pretty sweet. Like we can try to, you know, to draw a full combo right away. How about that? Let's do this and let's go for Giftwrapped Whelp right now. Kind of want this on the board. There's a Zarimi with a charge for us. Oh my. Pretty sweet. Next turn lethal. Should be, right? Should be a lethal next turn. Need some space. Like, I hope he clears, you know? It's 7 red card. Nice. Oh, fine. Thank you for the clear. That was, you know, that was really kind of you, though. Which damage is that's a lot of damage, though. 9-13 already, bro. That's a GG. Well, this deck is, you know, it feels too incredible to be true. Feels too incredible to be true, bro. This deck is just kind of something else. If that was like, you know, only one loss so far, it was kind of like weird. Guess what? Like, what did we lose against though? Oh, against Death Knight. Okay. Against the hand buff Death Knight, right? Because we prolonged the game too long. Like, as the game was too long, he was able to scale his minions even bigger than our like own combo. Like, our Drakes could not even kill his Stones, right? That's how like huge that was. But yeah. Plus he had like a spinel with all the early games that he can ever imagine in the beginning, just to have like that extra 3/3 for 1 mana. It's like too much sometimes. He drew all the puppeteers. Oh man, that was a really tough game though. Against the Giant Paladin is the worst matchup. Okay, at least we'll know why, right? At least we'll know like how that is a sin. And Chill Pollen is kind of like okay as soon as they play out an 8/8. But like, you know, in the vacuum, it's not like really that great. But let's leave that. Let's leave that and let's see what happens, right? That is the worst matchup for us, like the worst, right? Yep, 43% win rate against Giant Paladin, right? So let's see how bad that is. Let's see how bad that is. It's actually kind of like an interesting high roll. Getting spicy.
What pretty petals!
We need to, like, you know, draw away attention from our face here to win out. Let's hope he doesn't have drinks. That he will at least, like, you know, trade off some health from the minions. We need an illusory green either. Green win. Next turn, after coin. God, that, you know, that feels awkward though. Oh, don't have a really huge hand though, as far as I see. I draw a spell and star and the one that doesn't. Although, Well, we have Fly of the Shelves. Like, considering like he didn't have minions as far as I see it. Maybe it's actually better to play this. Let's do that. Like, he just drew a spell, it might be some kind of buffs. And maybe he just, like, doesn't have minions. And he has a portal, so he cannot, like, summon, like, a minion 100%. Maybe that's the way we actually roll here. Maybe that is, like, you know, that is something. Yeah, he goes for a hero power, because he doesn't, like, have minions. And that is, like, his whole problem. Resistance aura, don't care, like, even a bit, though. But that's an interesting, like, tech version, right? I've seen someone actually play the deck with a resistance aura. And it felt really interesting though. Oh my, he got lucky with an emerald portal. Give me a break, bro. Now he can something, like, he has something to actually buff. You will really play a flickering lava. Oh my god. Well, at least we have a chill pop here. Okay. Pretty sweet. You can trade and kill that thingy. How about that?
Many from one. Taken a vacation ages ago.
Pretty good. And I guess let's draw this way.
Job's done.
I guess let's draw, even though it's kind of like cost one more, but it's fine. Got Naralex into Ysera. Into a couple of Briarspawn Drakes. Maybe we'll not even need like a Zarimi here. Like, who knows?
Go on, take flight.
It's not too much. But we don't really have a board clear here, unfortunately. Well, here's a Zarimi for us. For some weird reason. Well, he has a really good setup. Like, I don't really have a way to clear the board here. Okay. I'm kind of concerned here, you know? Like, we have a really nice next turn, but we don't really have, like, a Zarimi going on for us yet, so... I know. It's gonna get nasty with Linus on the board. It's gonna get real nasty out there. Zarimi just had a count of 2, oh my god. 6 left, 0 chance in the world, we have like 3 only. Still need time, and it's not going anywhere. I guess he should be able to find a lethal here. Like, not a lethal, but like, if you don't really get a repackage, the game is over. He'll have like a full board right now. Obviously. Because we didn't find any like extra board clears. Like, we had only one and we spent it. It was kind of like a nice idea, but you know, him having like all of those gazillion towns. Bullshit. Unfortunate Naralex. Like, what saves us here? Maybe a couple of illusions. Still 1 dragon off. Okay, well, we have our win conditions here, right? Like, if we kind of like still alive right now, if we are kind of like still alive right now, we might have a shot here. We might have a shot here. All we need is kind of like to be alive. Kind of to stay alive here. That's all we need right now. And we have a shot of drawing our illusions here. Like, that is our shot. Like, if we draw... How many? 2 more, right? 2 more illusions. We have exactly enough, right? Yep. Only 2 illusions is all we need. For him to destroy 4-5 here. And after that, we need to draw a couple of illusions. And we have to stay alive. Because he has a lot of damage, like, don't get me wrong. Oh my god, that's too much, I guess. Oh, he spends mana like... He doesn't spend mana well here, I'm not sure. 27... He trades, so we are alive. All we need right now is a couple of illusions, right? Are we alive though? Hold on. Yeah, should be. Yep, we're still alive here. Okay, give me at least one illusion, please. For the God's sake, bro. Please, bro. One illusion is all I need. Really now? Hold on, how many? Like 8, 9 mana. Like is that enough?
I must consider.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, we are one off, right? One dragon off. Dude, one dragon off. There's 0 way, right, for us.
Go forth on swift wings.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Let's give you some extra time.
One dragon off. That's all it took. Fortunately. One illusion. All we needed. Unlucky zone. Didn't have like any like cheap kind of dragon as it turns before, and one illusion was not like done here for us. Well, you know, this deck it felt, how would you say it? It felt like decently strong, but the whole you know, the whole interesting aspect of it, it's kind of like easy to actually navigate, like as far as it is like for me. Like I don't know why exactly I got this feeling of actually like, you know, kind of like playing the deck like I was playing it for 100+ games, right? I had like my problems, like I need like you know, I still have like a problem with the count like of cards and all of that good stuff, but like, you know, this deck feels kind of like easy to actually play, and I think that is what makes this deck kind of like popular, because you're kind of like playing a value game, right? And that's a Hearthstone in a nutshell. Hearthstone, like, you know, that we kind of like all of those like value traits, value cards, draw as much as possible, find some kind of like cool combo for you to actually OTK an opponent and like, you know, feel really good about yourself. You're still like, you know, trying to calculate the combo with a Briarspawn Drake, like even if you summon like it by itself, this deck can actually win by itself too, because of a loser green wings and all of that good stuff, because a lot of times you have a full board of really cool dragons. And it was like a warrior, like we played twice against warriors, and at some point, like if they didn't have like a brawl, they would just die. That's how like strong that was. We didn't even need a combo there. So it was like really cool. It was a really cool experience so far with this deck, and I actually enjoyed it so much. If you enjoyed that too, make sure to hit that sub button. Check all the join buttons that you like sub to, like, you know, to Twitch, to like X, to Instagram, to TikTok, to all that good stuff. Like I have all the links like down under the video if you're watching this on YouTube. And you know, any coin helps, guys. You are my kind of like, you know, biggest motivation so far to do all of these interesting videos and like kind of like try new decks. So, you know, make sure to test that out. But for now, that is it for Zarimi Priest.